I was looking through your brand, it's amazing. How do you see it from here to 5-10 years?
One side, we want to really show what's really possible with electric cars. With the C2 and the C Concept 1, we have done that in a way, but we have lots of other ideas as well. So we want to be, let's say, the best brand for high-performance electric supercars on one side, and on the other side, use the technology that we generate here and help other companies really scale up with electric cars and hybrids. And that's what we are already doing with many brands like Aston Martin, for example, but we are expanding that and going into higher volume production. Porsche has just invested in us and they have a 10% stake in our company, so obviously we have very close collaboration with them. But we are working for the whole industry. That doesn't block us from working with everybody else. Mm-hmm. We are still a small company with 400 people, so we cannot take on every project that comes towards us. So we have to take maybe 5% of all the opportunities we have. We have to be picky, because otherwise we would just go crazy with the amount of projects that
right.
are going on.
What would you say is most important to you guys, the speed or the technology that goes into these vehicles?
Well, the most important thing is not just to make cars electric for the sake of making electric, but really using the potential that electric powertrains have to make cars better. So for example, with 4 electric motors, you can do things that you cannot do with a traditional powertrain. There is lots of different opportunities that electric powertrains give. Okay, the numbers are big. They are, I think, impressive. The
very impressive, yeah.
Yeah, but on the other side, it's not just about the numbers. It's about what you can do with that.
So this is Marta, and you're our head of marketing. What makes these cars so special in the automotive industry?
The Concept 1 was made in 8 units only, so very limited series.
Yeah.
It was our first baby. This car claims the world's first all-electric supercar. And then the C2 started production in 2020. We only launched it this year. It's even faster, even more powerful, bigger car, a proper GT car. We develop and produce these cars in-house. We're very vertically integrated. That means that we do every component, every body panel, everything on our own. The trunk shows that what we can do, how far we can go with it. So the production car does not come with champagne bottles and glasses, but it comes in 3 editions. So either race edition, which has 2 helmets, a fire extinguisher and glove boxes, or comfort edition for the luggage, or the see-through technology edition.
Okay.
Which is really geeky, very engineering kind. But this one, we're in California, we're in Monterey. This is Monterey Car Week, so we wanted to celebrate.
You gotta show off.
Yeah, we want to show off. Yeah.
As far as horsepower, what's the difference that we're talking about between these two?
So the Concept 1 is already quite powerful. It's 1,224 horsepower.
Wow.
And the C2 is 1,914 horsepower. The powertrain is 4 electric motors, 1 per each wheel, and the ability to control each wheel 100 times per second in both directions. The Rimac all-wheel torque vectoring system enables you to put as much torque on the rear wheels as you like. The car can be all-wheel drive, front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive only, whatever you want it to be. The C2 is bigger, the battery is bigger. It's a 120 kilowatt-hour battery, which enables you a range of 400 miles.
Okay.
It has level 4 autonomy hardware, so the car is ready, and when the software is available, the car can teach you how to drive. The idea behind it is to have a driving coach. So we don't want to take the experience from the driver's hands. We want to engage the driver. So the car goes to a track and it overlays the track and it teaches you how to drive.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it gives you steering inputs, braking inputs, audio and visual inputs, so you can drive like a pro. So the tires are specially developed with Pirelli. These are the P0s, and the relationship we have with Pirelli enable us to achieve these acceleration figures.
So are they specifically made for this vehicle?
For this vehicle, that's right. We have 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.85 seconds. Top speed 255 miles per hour, which is a lot of grip. So there are 6 screens in the car. There's the main cluster, the central display, there's a passenger screen, and the 3 knobs for the main functions are also screens.
What's on the passenger screen? Like
key information, so the speed, torque, but the idea is to involve the passenger as much as the driver. These 2 cars are at the pinnacle of technology. The idea behind them was to make the world's most powerful electric supercar. That's why it's equipped with so many sensors and cameras. So the cameras that you will see on the doors are face recognition so they unlock the car for you.
You still race the BMW?
Well, my old BMW that I started with, the E30, that's unfortunately long gone. One of our engineers crashed it a few years ago. Well, I always make a priority list for every year, and like it's always on the very close to the top of the priorities. I have to restore that BMW, but there's always something more important. We never really have time for it.
But besides this car, what would be your favorite car?
Yeah, well, I'm a petrol head, despite making electric cars. So I'm really looking for the best cars, best performance. So this happens to be electric because of the performance. But other than that, I love Ferrari. But I also like the old cars, like E30 M3, old air-cooled Porsches. Pagoda, Mercedes, cars that have the little bit of soul,
right?
And especially the cars that that are oriented towards performance, that have the raw experience of going sideways, drifting. So yeah, if I had the money, I would just go around here.
Ideally, what would be like the top 3 cars in your garage?
Top 3? Wow, that's a tough one. So a LaFerrari, definitely. I think that's a nice car. An E30 BMW M3. And let's see, the third one, something for the family.
Yeah, like a daily or something.
Yeah, daily. Let's say Tesla Model 3. That's a good car.
How does it feel to beat all of them now?
Oh,
like
to beat
all
them.
them, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. You never really look back at what you have achieved. There's always so many challenges in front of you.
To look ahead.
I just have a million problems currently in my head that we need to solve, like today, tomorrow, the next week, and you never really look back and like, oh wow, look at what.
No, and you could see it with your cars. I mean, you're looking ahead. We're going ahead with this technology in the automotive industry. Yeah, and we're just it's amazing to see what these cars and what you guys are doing with them. It's
but
impressive.
That's also if we look at, like, say, the Concept 1, the old car. It's an achievement, but I see just a million things that we did wrong.
Like,
for example, the headroom, or some things that with the air conditioning that could be much better, with the sound insulation, like the packaging of the powertrain, like just a million things that normal people wouldn't even
notice, but you notice it. Perfectionist.
Exactly.
No, it's impressive, and thank you so much for your time. I mean, it's spectacular.